So yeah, guys, today we are going to know more about SOAR. This is the starting deck of today, and today we are going to cover all about the SOAR things like what is SOAR and what SOAR consists of, what can you integrate with SOAR, problems in today's SOC, and benefits of SOAR in SOC, and we'll in general discuss some use cases of SOAR. And if time permits, we'll talk about XSIAM also today. And also I have this console right here. So this is how XOR looks. And I'll just log in into it first. Admin, and what is the password? Yeah, I'll just uh I have so many sources, so I just keep on forgetting. Yeah. So this it's how SOAR looks like. Let it just load. So yeah, this is our SOAR. This is the tool which we are going to work on for next couple of months. And we have these options like dashboard, incident, threat intel, playbook, automation, jobs, marketplace settings. So we are going to know about everything in a brief. And let's just jump back to our deck. So yeah, first thing, what is SOAR? So again, SOAR stands for Security Orchestration, Automation, and Response. So what SOAR does is SOAR takes any of your procedures that you would do manually, that it does by using APIs and coding, and it does it automatically. So for an example, if you want to go and so if you have received the offense and it had some malicious hash into it, and to check the repetition of hash, what you will do? You will go to virus total. So for the people who do not know virus total is a very famous site where you can get the reputation of various indicators. So it's I majorly use it for hash, but you can just search for maybe IPs and URLs also as well. So when you are working as a SOC and you come across a hash that you are not sure if it is suspicious or malicious or something. So what you do, you take that hash and you paste it on virus total, and virus total will give you some results about it. So we are going to do it now. So this is one of the hash. I'll just pick it from here. This is our SOAR tool, by the way. On this thread intel, there are multiple indicators present. So we'll just pick to one of them. I copied it from here. And we are going to go on virus total, search it, and I'll hit enter and it should, okay, it doesn't, virus total doesn't know, so we will have to take something else. Let's just do one thing. Let's take hash. I'm searching for hash now. So to filter that, type file and last, let's just go to all times maybe. Yeah, so this looks like good hash. So these short ones, these are MD5s, and the longs one, these are SHA-256. I was looking for SHA-256 because I think there is higher chance. Yeah. So we search for this hash, and it's got some reputation like out of these many sources, 29 thinks that this is malicious, 61 thinks that out of 61, 29 thinks that is malicious, and rest you can do math like 61 minus 29 thinks it's not malicious, it is undetected, and bunch of the sources says that they are not aware about it, like they are not sure if it is malicious or clean. So in a SOC, you would go in virus total search for hash, but using XOR, you can do it automatically. So how you do it? We can integrate virus total directly with SOAR using API. So I'll just show you that you get something like this. We are going to talk about this in a brief, and we have virus total here. We have provided some API key, and now we are going to run a command from here. So we are going to search for file, and then the same hash I'm putting, which we searched there. And also I'll put using here, using virus total. So we are going to learn how I am creating this command and all. But for just now, we are taking an example like how you would do it in normal scenario by browsing to web, and how it would happen if you have direct integration using SOAR with virus total. So we have made a query to virus total. And if you see, we have written the same details of that file from virus total that we would see manually. So This was the hash we searched for, and its reputation is given as -68, and 29 think it as positive out of 76. So if you look here, 29 thinks it is positive out of 76. So this it's 61 plus these guys who are saying it's undetected, some count. So yeah, we pretty much get the same data without even visiting VirusTotal. So this is how SOAR works. It uses API, it uses code in the background, and it directly has integration with different threat intel platforms and security solutions. And you do not need to visit other tabs directly. And these all things we are going to learn how to automate it. So whenever offense is triggered, uh, reputation would be directly received from VirusTotal, and we can directly show it to analyst, and we can save a lot of time by capitalizing these kind of commands to every step of the investigation. And also you were wondering like on VirusTotal, I'm not just getting the score, I am getting more details about that file, like its first scene, last scene, and also I'm getting this count, like this count I'm getting that these many people think that this is undetected. So this all data is also returned to SOAR. So to visualize or to get easy access to data for human seeing, we are getting these kind of result, but all the other things are also present in the context data. So context data is something whenever you are making any playbook or something or running any command, the database where all your values are returned or your outputs are written, those all are stored in context data. And we are going to know in brief what context data is and how it works. But primarily now we are going to see how it returned all the data. So this is for some other file, I guess. Let's just do one thing. We'll first delete it and we'll start again. So I'm deleting key virus. So what I did from this context data, I removed VirusTotal because I was not sure if this was for the our hash itself. And now I'll run command again. And if you see, it should make an entry in this data of VirusTotal. Yeah. So new VirusTotal is created, and this should be of our hash. And yeah, it is now showing the correct result. So 29 think it is malicious. So we've got that count here. And again, type unsupported. So 15 sources says it is unsupported file type. So if you count this, this should be 15. So that all data is returned. And then all other data which you would find on website, all those data you will receive here, which you can browse from this site. So you can use that data and all that directly through XOR. You do not need to go to Aristotle. So this is how SOAR works. SOAR just makes an API thing and it does the automated API calls and gets the data from
Uh,
different security solution. Yeah.
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt. So,
Mhm.
do we need to have any license to VirusTotal to get this done, or no license required for the APIs between XOR and VirusTotal?
Yeah, yeah. So really good question. So to do the API integration, there would be a lot of uh, what I say authorization methods. So like some required username password, some required APIs keys, some required nothing. So in case of VirusTotal, yes, we do need some authorization method to integrate it. So I'll just go to settings once again and we'll see for VirusTotal. And
So,
guys, I would like if you ask questions.
one quick question. So,
Mhm.
do we need a premium account in VirusTotal?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I'll just answer this. So for now, we have used VirusTotal to integrate. And if you see, we do not have premium thing. I am just using my account to generate a API key like this. This I have generated. So if you see, it is a limited one. It I can only make 500 calls per day, which is very less count. And if you want to make unlimited calls, so for an example, if you are working in an organization and you are using it in actual SOC, then 500 will exhaust like nothing. So for
Hmm.
that purpose, you will need premium. So the answer to that is no, you do not always need premium, but yes, premium is needed because this free comes with the limitation.
Okay, thanks.
And obviously, if Aristotle doesn't do premium thing, then many people can just make a random API calls and bring down their servers like DDoS or something. So yeah, they charge to make a lot of API calls, and it's not only true for Aristotle, it's true for every other threat intel platforms where you are making queries. They will have a free account and a premium one. So yeah, and there are some uh, enrichers, those are free, but they are not of that quality. So that's why I guess they are free. So yeah. So we've talked about little bit automation. Now let's just talk about orchestration. So orchestration means, so if you see, I'll just try to explain it using an image. Music, concert, orchestration. So if you see this guy, or this guy maybe. So these guys have something in their hand, and these all are musicians. They are synchronizing with each other with this man's help. So you can say this guy is orchestrator for those. So in case of SOAR, there would be multiple security solutions and multiple threat intel platforms that you would be having integration with. But to work them in sync, to run them in order, to synchronize them in a such a way that, so for an investigation, you will have to go to threat intel platforms to enrich your indicators, or you have to go to uh, some kind of solutions where you have to go to take the logs of it, and then to connect with user or to do the investigation, you might have to go to mailbox and drop a mail to user to get their response if they're aware about the activity. And after that, once you make a decision, you have to do the remediation part. So there you have to maybe block indicators on your firewalls or proxies or other perimeter devices. And if the offense is false positive, then you have to connect back to your security solution where it was originated from, and there you have to mark close notes. So these all procedure in single incident has mono lot of security solutions and platforms working together, and to synchronize them, to orchestrate them in a symphony or harmoniously, we have to orchestrate it. We have to create a flow between them, and that is what is defined as orchestration. And it's not only for a incident, we a single incident. It is also true for different kind of sources of incidents. So, for an example, in your SOC, you will have multiple security solutions that would be generating incident or offense or alert. So we'll take an example of maybe CrowdStrike, and you have some that's Curator, and you have some cloud solution, and all of them would be generating an offenses. So your SOAR has the capability to uh, prioritize them using severity and all those things. So you have to kind of orchestrate them, that all of them, even though they are having different sources, they are coming together in SOAR, and in SOAR you have to integrate them in a such a way that they look kind of similar in your SOAR. So they will look kind of similar, and they will have their own sequence. So all that procedure that we are going to learn, like how to work with multiple security solution, because main use of SOAR is eh, you do not need to look at multiple screens. So if you are working in a traditional SOC where you do not have SOAR, you have to you will have to sit some people to look at different screens. Like someone is monitoring this tool, someone is monitoring that tool, and then that person will check if new alert is triggered, and that person will need to assign. But in case of SOAR, all those integrations would send alerts to SOAR, and you just have to look at SOAR screen itself. So to orchestrate all that data and all those trigger sources to SOAR, all these things that we discussed comes under orchestration. So yeah, that's about orchestration, guys. We all good with orchestration?
Yeah. One question though.
Mhm.
Um, do you also teach XCM?
No.
Do you know
So
of any good, teachers in the market or any institutes who teach
no,
XCM?
No, no. So,
Okay.
okay, let's talk a bit about XSIAM. So XSIAM is not a simple kind of tool. I'll just open the XSIAM diagram. I guess you guys are a little bit interested in XSIAM, so let's just talk about it for a bit. XSIAM dashboard image. So let's just open a really good dashboard. Yeah. Yes. Let's just go to Palo Alto website itself. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are able to see this clearly, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So XSIAM is not a security solution, it's entire SOC. So I'll say again, this is not just a security solution, it's entire SOC. So in your SOC, what you primarily have, you have some antivirus or EDRs or XDRs to look at your all the host machines security. You have a SIEM solution to integrate your all log forwarding security solutions like firewalls, proxies, ADs, etc., etc. And then you have attack surface management module which looks at the things that are exposed over internet, like all your attack surfaces, all your organization's attack surfaces. And then you have a threat intel platform where you put all your threats and you normalize them and everything, and you block it to somewhere. And then you have SOAR, which is used to investigate all your offenses and communicate with different security solutions, and then finally do the remediation. So now we are looking at this exam screen. And if you see, exam works on XDR's code. So if you are currently using XDR and if you are deploying exam there, we just change the name of those sensors, but it's built on that code itself. So for an example, if you are currently having XDR in your organization, and if you purchase exam, we do not need to put more endpoints into your system. Your XDR sensors would directly start communicating to exam. So if you see in this exam dashboard, you are seeing this 441,712 endpoints. So these all are XDR agents. So in your exam itself, you have XDR. So your endpoints is covered. Then if you see, these all are your log sources like Amazon Firewall, Google Cloud, the Okta, and all those things. So these all are your log sources, and like your traditional SIM does, it captures logs and creates the rules on them. So similarly, this part covers all of your SIM's work. It takes all your logs, and in this section where you see in this green bubble kind of thing. Here we do something called as log stitching. So all this data would be coming to exam data lake, and we are having a centralized platform to hold that data. So using ML and AI, we do the log stitching. And based on that, if you see there are 220, like 2,422 alerts, but only 93 incidents are created. So by looking at these logs and correlating them with each other, so for an example, I will have host logs from here. I will have network logs from here. I will do their real-time stitching. And by doing that, I will get some idea here itself that no, this could be a false positive thing. I'll just drop it. And out of these, all like maximum of your offenses, like false offenses would directly drop and only 93 would be created. So here we have covered your XDR, we have covered your SIM, and now this comes the SOAR part. So if you see these 93 incidents, out of that, 77 is automated. That means you have kept a SOAR module here, automation module here, and that would be taking all your automation needs. And once an incident is created, some kind of playbook would run on them, and it will directly resolve those incidents. And if you see some of them does not have playbook yet, and these are being investigated manually. So this covers your SOAR platform. And as I said, ASM like attack surface management and threat intel. So threat intel and ASM also is covered in here. So here you get some. So as this is dashboard and not actual source, so ASM and threat intel both are also combined in this. So this is not a, a security solution. This is entire SOC. Like this works on multiple technologies. So when we are deploying exam somewhere, there would be a team working on it. So usually we deploy 4 people. The one who is SIEM expert who would do this part, one who works well with XDRs, and the guy who works with automation, and the fourth guy who would know everything, like a manager kind of figure who would talk to everyone and synchronize everything. So as you were asking for a institute or someone who could teach exam, so for now we do not have that many people who know everything in total detail. So surely I cannot teach exam. I know automation and I handle this part only and little bit of correlation. So maybe in coming years there would be people who would know everything. But for now, due to the size or like the way it is, the exam needs multiple proficient people. And again, exam is not sold to everyone. Exam it's been rolled out slowly to only the strategic partners that can successfully deploy it. And again, it only works on cloud, not on prem. So yeah, not many people know exam yet. So that's why
Thank you.
it's difficult to find exam.
Yeah, thank you so much for the detailed information.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So we were in
So
orchestration.
do we have any exam modules in the Palo Alto learning portal?
You might find something. I'm not really sure. So it's bit little bit different for us. So that's why I do not necessarily visit it. Let's just take out exam beacon.
It it is there. I've been using.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, beacon exam. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Yeah, you can just go through that if you have access to it. I'm not sure if it's free for everyone. You can just figure out. So yeah,
The way to
I've got
figure out is like register your own domain and through which you can register your own SSO and through which you can finally get a free access for the beacon.
okay. That's good to know. So yeah, guys, check that beacon out. And
got
also
it.
I think there you will find some content related to XOR as well. So yeah, it could help. Okay, so shall we move on? So we talked about orchestration. Everyone good with orchestration? Understanding of it?
So in orchestration, do we create a playbook or is it
No,
same?
so orchestration is not like doing actually something. So all these four parts which we are talking about, these all are uh, these all are not physical things. They are like concepts. So the response and security and automation and orchestration. So yeah, we will create some things that help orchestrate us. Yeah, I think you are right. We will develop some content that will help us orchestrate everything. So it's not like that these are totally different than each other. These guys overlap with each other. So when we automate, we do it for security. When we automate, we do it for response. While we are orchestrating automation and response together. So these all are just concept, but they all are mixed with each other. Like it's very hard to separate them. And I'll just orchestration in case of XOR definition. So we'll just look at this as well to clear some of your doubts. Orchestration in XOR is the coordination of multiple security tools and technologies to automate tasks and execute predefined workflows for incident response, threat management, and other security. So it's just like creating a flow or procedure to work with multiple security tools and technologies to automate. So like we discussed in detail. So this is what orchestration is. Yeah, I think we've invested a lot of time in orchestration. We are good, I think. So shall we move forward, guys? We're good.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's move on to the response part. So to the people who are not very familiar with SOC, I'll just draw you guys a diagram like how actual SOC would work. So yeah, let's just go to flowchart. Okay, I think I clicked on wrong thing. Okay, no, I think I have something here. Okay, so this It's architecture diagram. We don't need you. I'll just delete you. Yeah. So guys, who are not familiar with SOC, what we do is whenever alert is triggered, first thing we do is we call this as triage. So what we'll do is in offense, we will get some indicators or we'll get some timestamps and everything. And what we do in triage, we will go to different threat intel platforms. We will get the risk scores or more details about everything that is mentioned in the alert details. So, for an example, I see one IP, but to more do investigation about it, I need to know more about that IP, that who that IP belongs to, if that IP is malicious, if that IP has some association with everything. Again, to know exactly at that time what activity was being performed on that machine, I would need to see host logs of that machine. So what host logs will contain? It will contain all the procedures that were happening on that machine at certain time window. And similarly, I would need to maybe see the proxy logs of it. So proxy is a device which primarily monitors your web surfing or web related queries or where all the URLs and domains you hit, it will have that data. So I will just make a call to a SIEM solution which has all the logs in it. And that all things will come in triage. So whenever offense is detected, first we will do triage. And after that, we will do the investigation of it. Investigation. So in investigation, there would be steps that you will be looking all this data, and then you will be maybe checking the logs, and you would be communicating with user, getting his opinion if he's aware about these activities, if he knows. So in some cases where we get alerts for malicious file, sorry, suspicious behavior of a file. But when we talk to user, we just get to know that user is a developer and he's been developing some file which has been which is being behaving a little bit crazy, and that's why our XDR triggered it based on its behavior, but actually it's internal created script and it's not that malicious. So these all things you will do in investigation, and after that you will respond it. So how you will respond it? After making an investigation, you will come to a conclusion that this case is either be a false alarm, we call it as false positive, false positive. So once you do the investigation and you come to know, no, everything was fine, there was no serious risk, and a user is aware about the activity, user only was performing something and it was triggered in logs. Or there could be a scenario that actually something malicious thing was happening, like your machine was connecting to some actually malicious IP or domain, or there was a malicious malware was downloaded, a virus was downloaded. So this would be a true positive case. How do I edit this? Okay, I'll just mark it. And after you confirm this as true positive or false positive, you will do something about it. You will do some response, you will do some remediation. So in case of false positive, what you will do? You will maybe drop a mail or you will mark a close note in your security solution to your security admin that please suppress this alert. So like if alert is triggered for malicious IP communication, but once you do investigation, you find out that this is user's internet service provider. For an example, it is the IP belongs to Geo, and user is doing work from home, and it is using Geo network to connect to office, and that's why you are getting communication with Geo IP, and there is nothing malicious about it. You can talk to your security solutions admin, and with correct approval, he will whitelist that alert for that specific IP, and then you will again not receive similar uh, detection, and your work will save and you will reduce false positive. So once you confirm if the alert is false positive, you talk to your security admin and you suppress that alert. But in case of true positive, you have to take some action. So what you will do here, maybe you will remove that malicious malware from that machine. Or if it is talking to some malicious indicators like IP, URL domains, something, you will go to your perimeter devices like firewall, proxies, everything, and you will block those indicators on that firewall that maybe next time this communication never happens. Or if you find some malicious hash, you will go to your EDR solution or XDR solution and you will block that hash everywhere. So these kind of response or remediation action you will take after in the later part of investigation. And this is what we do automatically using XSOAR. So in XSOAR, we integrate the security solutions like all the firewalls and everything. And what we do based on the user's action on based on the predefined conditions, we take some response of some kind. Like for an example, if we are having offense that is looking like a ransomware attack. So we will not wait for analyst to come there and do something. We will directly create a playbook that if this specific kind of thing is detected, then directly go ahead and isolate that network. So maybe isolate that machine from our network so that attack cannot spread further. So these kind of response action we take sometimes automatically, sometimes with users, so analyst input. So these all taking action comes under response. So yeah, guys, that's about response. We good.
Yes.
Yes, we are good.
Okay. So yeah. So out of 4 layers of SOAR, we've seen orchestration, automation, and response. And the last one which is pending is security. So yeah, so SOAR is not limited to only security solutions. Like if you know code and if you know APIs and if you know coding, then you can pretty much integrate everything that works on API. But primarily, we use SOAR in these cybersecurity practices where we take the different security solutions, their investigations, and leverage XO's capability of automating a procedure to prevent the attacks and make our network or environment more secure. So as we are all using this for a security purpose, this is what security is there. And so that's why SOAR is there in, so that's why S in there in SOAR, which talks about security, that we are going to use SOAR for securing our network or securing our environment. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much about SOAR. And yeah, in interviews, the first question they might ask you that what is SOAR? And when you say that, yeah, SOAR is automation device, blah, blah, blah. After that, they will ask you what is full form of SOAR, and they might ask you to explain these guys, security, automation, orchestration, response. So it's just better that you have idea of each thing. You prepare your own answers, remember everything. And yeah, this would help you a little bit. Maybe this recording will give you some idea. And also you can just go to ChatGPT and ask that guy, and he will return some good answers to you. So we're good with our very first slide, which talks about SOAR.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just do one thing. Let's just take a 5-minute break and we'll continue now. So I'll just start a timer here, which will show you when to come back, and I'll see you in 5.
So, Sandeep,
Yeah.
uh, so meanwhile, you can pause the recording for some time.
No, actually, I don't do that. Sorry. You will have to skip it. Yeah.
No problem. Um, so I actually joined a little late, by 9:30. Just wanted to know what are the things planned, and like I didn't got the introduction done, and so that's all.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. So let's talk about it once I'm back. I need to go somewhere. I'll be back in 5.
Sure, no problem.
Hi guys, we are back.
Hi.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, the more in so you say we are very few people here. The more interactive you make it, the more questions you ask, the more you get out of this class. Because I have a set of syllabus that I have to teach, but the more questions you ask, the more topics I get to touch.
Yep.
Because sometimes I can just go with the flow, and I might not talk about something, but if you create a question like someone asked me about exam, and I went ahead and talked about exam, and you all know what exam is now. So similarly, keep on asking questions like someone asked about virus total thing, and now you all know that these guys have two kind of authentication. One is premium one, and one is normal one, and normal one comes with the limitations of these. So these points you can speak about in interview, and interviewer would know, yeah, this guy knows from ground that how things would work. So he's actually worked on this kind of things. So yeah, I would urge you to ask more questions so that I can go deep into the things, and don't make this boring. If only I am talking, then it I'll just want to finish it really fast then. So yeah.
Yep. Live classes doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So yeah. If you have signed up for online class, then maybe you should talk a lot. Okay, then let's. Okay, before that, someone was asking me something, so sorry. I could not
So,
answer them. Yeah.
question was like, what are the things that are in plan? So just I missed up the first 30 minutes, so that's what. A quick,
Okay, so yeah.
quick,
You asking about today?
oh, as a syllabus.
Okay, as a syllabus. Okay, we did not discuss about syllabus. So what we are going to do? We are going to first learn about SOAR, and then we are going to learn about SOAR architecture, and then we are going to go into Python, and we are going to start from basics, and we'll spend some weekends on Python, because if you are an analyst, you do not need Python, but if you are deploying SOAR, Python is pretty much needed if you want to be a really good SOAR admin. And after that, we are going to know different types of tool. And then there would be section dedicated to playbook development and automation building. And then we'll talk about in brief about how do we do integrations. And then we will talk about all the different, like, so we'll talk about the full flow of offense, like once it is triggered on QRadar, how it is ingested in SOAR, and how its life looks like till it's closed, and to any security solution. And we are going to build a custom integration, and we are going to see a live playbook demo, which will have all our knowledge combined together in the last session. So this is the pretty much plan.
Yep, I have a pretty new use case that would be a real world and at the same time very interesting. Is like live Windows forensics use case. I know the
Mhm.
tools what needs to be used on, and for folks like I'm an actively interviewing person right now. Gone through almost 40 organizations, 40 different interviews for 40 different organizations. Um, Even on SOAR interviews as well. This particular use case will be very, very helpful for anyone to, go and have a detailed discussion. Um, Sandeep, what do you think?
That would be great.
Yep, I myself tried to explain it, and there are CISOs who are really interested in knowing how it is happening. So, yep, Sandeep, is it
Yeah.
possible for us to go create that use case?
So I will have to know more about that use case. I'm not aware about it.
We can discuss post this class as well. We have
ठीक है,
an
ठीक है. Let's just go with our today's
Uh,
plan, and after
and
that we can discuss
quick
more.
question. So how
Mhm.
many playbooks are we gonna uh, implement in this course?
So it's not like that I have a count in mind. We'll see how things go. and based on that, we'll create. Yeah, but definitely we'll do lots and lots of playbook tasks and here and there stuff. Yeah. And guys, the second most important thing, if you are just listening every weekend and not implementing those learnings into practice real time, then there is high chance that you will forget everything very quickly because SOAR is not the simplest solution. It's quite complex and there are a lot of moving parts. So if you are not practicing it, you will just forget things every day. And yeah, that's about it. So SOAR needs you to actively practice it. It's little bit different than other security solutions because it's a bit complex. So yeah.
Very true. In terms of Cortex, I have been using Cortex for almost 1 to 2 years, in and out, and then also I'm here in this class
So as an analyst or as a admin?
as a developer.
Okay, great to know that. Okay, then let's just move on to the next slide, which talks about what is SOAR.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you also cover the deployment like in a lab environment or any other how to deploy the SOAR.
Yeah, we do talk about it, but I do not actually go ahead and install it because it's quite simple thing.
Hmm.
I'll just open it for you. So yeah, one more thing about SOAR guides, it's quite global tool and you can just pretty much get anything about SOAR well documented. So for an example, we were talking about installing XSOAR. So I'll just type XSOAR here and I'll type install. And just with these two keywords, I'm hitting enter. And we got this installation guide here. So I'll just open it and will now redirect it to documentation page.
The point here is, I tried a lot to find out a free version, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to get. Earlier I had, but unfortunately I deleted the whole thing. So I don't know, like if there exists a free version now to, yeah, because deployment, as of I have interviewed for like a lot.
Yeah, Shreyas, yeah. So
So,
sorry to interrupt you.
yep.
So yeah, let me just talk about this. We'll get to know your experiences. So so as someone was saying that we wanted to know how to install it maybe. So you just have to type it on Google and you will get all the information that you need. So starting from system requirements that what all is needed. So you will need this, any of this OS, it will work. So this data you get. And once you get that, they give you idea that how much CPU core and RAM and is recommended for an environment. And once you do that, you will have to have internet access to these URLs. And once you have it, you will have to just run. Where is? Yeah. Then you can just go to the installation part directly. And if you see here, you just have to run this command to download SOAR. It will, so this is wget, and here you will give some download link. So whenever you purchase SOAR, you will get some downloading link within that. So it looks like something like this. It will have a URL. It will have some token, like secret token, and it will have your email ID, like whoever is purchased that. And once you download it, only step is to make it executable and then just run it. You have to make it executable by running this command, and then by running this command, it will directly install. You don't need to do anything. And yeah, it's next step is troubleshooting. So it's like just a package like we installed from internet. You just download it and you double click on it. And this is the Linux way or SSH way of double clicking it. You just double click it and it will install on its own that package. So not that much goes into that. But yeah, I'll see if Sulabh has any spare machine and he certainly have the package. So if that's possible, I'll showcase to you. But usually it doesn't need me. Like anyone can do it just by looking at this documentation. So yeah, let's just talk about what is SOAR. So SOAR is a security solution that can be integrated with your multiple security solutions and threat platform, and you can do lots and lots of things with that. So for an example, first thing would be threat and vulnerability management. So in case of SOAR, you can have a threat intel module in it. So I'll just show it to you guys. I'm just going into this threat intel. And if you see, there are different kind of indicators that are present in here. So lots and lots of indicator, and those are ingested by using some security advisory feed. So for an example, in this case, we have received some indicators using virus and all. But similarly, we have lots of feed kind of integration. I will try to just search it. And what this feeds does is they will have their engineers who would be curating feeds like uh, in the market, what all new threat indicators are present, and they would be compiling that data, making a sticks object out of it, and then they would be sharing that data across to the consumers, and we being one of the consumers, we will consume that feed and we will store it in threat intel. And what all things we can do, we can consume that threat feeds here, and we can put it into our SIM tools for monitoring. So for an example, I get 100 malicious IP. I store it in my SIM, and I can make a rule like if any of these malicious IPs observed in any of my communication, raise an alert, create an alert. So this could be one of the use case. Then second use case you can make is like whatever the indicators are there that you found malicious and are trustworthy, you can run a playbook from here, and you can just directly go into security solutions and maybe block it there. Or you can create use cases like what all the security, so what all the new threat malicious feed is there that you will go ahead and block, but you don't know if that your organization is already compromised and there was already communication is happening from your side. So for an example, you have received this feed today on 21st of December, and from today onwards, you are putting it in a monitoring and blocking. But what if on 20th December or 19th December, this was already communicating in your network? You will not know because this SIM works on real-time logs mostly. So in that case, what can you do? You can make a past dated queries on your security solutions. So maybe on SIM or EDR, you will make a query to this host that if these indicators are observed anywhere in my logs in past 7 days. So these kind of security and threat management things you can do in your organization. And the second thing we all know very well, incident response, that what all your incident investigation steps are there. We can do some automations here, like each of your investigation step, we write code there and we use some task and we use some commands and get it automated. So that all goes into incident response. And then security operations automation. So again, if you have some operations like let's take an example that every quarter you want to know that what all IPs I have blocked in my firewall, are they still relevant? They are still malicious, or they have now become clean? So how that is a quarterly procedure that you would like to follow, and you can just make it automated. So what you will do, you will make a query to your firewall. You will get all the block indicators from there, and then you will have some threat intel enrichment with you. You will run a query to the threat intel platform. You will check for the reputation of all your indicators that were present there, and you will keep only the malicious one, and all the clean ones you will remove from there. So this is how SOAR you can use in multiple scenarios in your organizations to do different operations automatically. And this is not only limited to these. There are lots and lots of different kind of use cases, but this is just to give you an idea that how SOAR can help in automating things in your network.
Sandeep, sorry.
Yeah.
Through SOAR, you can also upgrade the firewalls, right? Palo Alto.
Yeah. So yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
So recently, one of my teammate has developed a use case to Yeah, she was working on that. I guess the I think client was HCL maybe. So for
Okay.
HCL, she has created a use case where they wanted their firewalls to be upgraded. Yes, that is pretty much possible. I'm not sure if that comes out of the box, like we directly have a playbook for it, but yeah, that is possible. I have seen that is been done. Are you anyways associated with HCL by any chance?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, I am from. I work for HCL.
Okay, so this recently happened with you guys?
Still actually it's going on, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't say.
So I think yeah. Sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, like out of box means what is it? The commands type
Yeah,
or
so
it's
yeah. So in XOR, there is not everything that you have to develop custom. There are some things that are already there in, I'll just show it in console for better idea. So Pawan, you work on firewalls primarily?
yes.
Okay. So the thing is, yeah, I was just showing you that when you go to marketplace and you install some content from it, so we'll just look for CrowdStrike, so installed. Yeah, so if you see, when we install anything from marketplace, it comes with a lot of content with it. So if you see, there are 13 playbooks for classifiers, 7 incident type 1 integration. So all this data is already there for you to consume directly. So you can just directly plug these playbooks into your environment and directly use it. You do not need to develop it custom. So all the content that has been coming via Palo Alto or partner that we can directly download and use, that is called as OOTB. That means out of the box. And all the data that we develop by ourselves, that is called as custom content. So
Oh,
in this playbooks, if you go and select all, you will see few things are locked. That means those are the OOTB content, which was downloaded from marketplace. And if you see these things that are not locked, these all are custom content. And we can just filter it by this like custom. And this is out of the box system. Yeah.
So like basically out of the box means it's from the marketplace, right?
Yes, that is the correct understanding.
sir,
Okay.
SOAR is provided I think it's a pre-built playbook.
Yeah. So SOAR does provide pre-built playbooks that you can directly go ahead and plug in and start using it. And you can also develop custom content. So for an example, if you want to do the phishing investigation, so what should you do first? You should go to marketplace. You search for phishing. And if you see there is one phishing thing where you get 22 playbooks. So you first go to these playbooks, you analyze these playbooks, and if you see that what you were looking for is already pre-built here, then you can directly use it. But you think that, yeah, this playbook is good, but I would like to make my own, then you can just go ahead into playbooks and create your own as well. So both things you can do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions, guys?
Can we create accounts like IAM part using XOR?
Sorry. Yeah, I missed it. Sorry. Can you please come again?
Using XOR, can we create accounts like IAM accounts?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely we can do it.
Uh,
So if you see, just name any IAM, please, which you
uh,
would like me to search.
Active Directory.
Okay.
Active.
Yeah. Sorry, that was typo. So yeah, we get integration of Active Directory here. We'll just go it. And in the integration section, in the command section, you see AD get user, AD update user, AD create, IAM create user. So what you have to do, you just have to install this Active Directory integration for Marketplace. You have to integrate with your working Active Directory or IAM, whichever. And yeah, you get these commands to create user and do lots of more things with users and other things as well. So yeah, answer to that question is yes, we can do that. We can do everything from SOAR if it's using APIs.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, guys, I think so. We will move on now.